the day, I think the Hearts of Oak did not play well at all, because you can play against Asante Kotoko at your own backyard, at Accra Sports Stadium, and not even create one shot on target. That is a crime. That is a crime against humanity. Because how can you play against Asante Kotoko and then you don't create even any meaningful goal scoring opportunity? The Ghanaian form of the El Clasico just took off, where Accra Hearts of Oak hosted Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Ukuma Pima Apimbeba. I would say that 10 years ago, a decade ago, this is the biggest club football when it comes to the African continent. Bar maybe without NLLA or what's the name? Other matches out there, but it doesn't have the aura, it doesn't have that magnitude of the game. But anytime Accra Hearts of Oak plays Asante Kotoko, it is a very, very big game. It is a very, very big day. But today, even though the aura was not there, Kumasi Asante Kotoko has shown that when it comes to the Accra Sports Stadium, even though they are the guests, they have taken over. They are now the host, because they have continuously beaten Accra Hearts of Oak at the Accra Sports Stadium. And my question is that what gives Asante Kotoko the impetus? What gives them that morale? What gives them that confidence? To come to Accra all the way from Kumasi and continuously beat Hearts of Oak at their own backyard. You understand? Because I don't remember. Sincerely, I don't remember the last time Hearts of Oak did get one over Asante Kotoko at the Accra Sports Stadium in the competitive match. So I really do not know the secret of Asante Kotoko, because they are not doing well in the league. They went to Africa and they were humbled by Wydad. They were beaten by, I think, 4-1. 5-1. You understand? So I don't understand why they come back to Ghana and then come to the Accra Sports Stadium and then they beat Hearts of Oak. Even though the margin is just a goal to nil, but at the end of the day they were still beaten, because remember, prior to this game, Hearts of Oak had not lost a game this season. You understand? The worst they had this season was to get a draw, and they were, I think, second they were fourth on the log, and then lost against Asante Kotoko. And to me, I would say that Otia can tell Mama sit up. You understand? Because the amount of draws that we are getting as a team, because I am a die Hearts of Oak fan. You understand? Phobia, never say die. Until the bones are rotten. Even the bones will never get rotten, though. But Otia can tell must sit up, because I am not happy with the style of football that we are playing. I am not happy with some of the results that we are getting, because I don't understand why we start the season and then we are struggling to win matches. You understand? And Otia can tell you, you're a good coach. You understand? You've seen it all. You've seen it all. You are one of the biggest coaches when it comes to Ghanaian football. So I don't understand why you are at the helm of affairs as us and you are still struggling. What is the problem? Is it that the players are not being paid well, or what? I really don't understand, because I don't understand why continuously we lose against Kotoko. The biggest football in Ghana, and we continuously lose against. I really don't understand. I know that my friends will be laughing at me. They've started calling me already, but I'm not going to pick their calls though. But on the day, I think the Hearts of Oak did not play well at all, because you can play against Asante Kotoko at your own backyard, at Accra Sports Stadium, and not even create one shot on target. That is a crime. That is a crime against humanity. Because how can you play against Asante Kotoko and then you don't create even any meaningful goal scoring opportunity? It means that you guys are not prepared. You guys are ill prepared. You understand? So I would say that on the day, yes, Kotoko did deserve the win, even though they also did not play well. You understand? But the most important thing is the fact that you get all the 3 points, and that is what they did get. Even though their goal came through a penalty. But it was through the pressure that Hearts of Oak committed errors and then created a penalty for Asante Kotoko to get their goal. But I would say that yes, this is football. We go again next week. But one thing that really got me disappointed was the fact that the stadium was empty. Very empty. And see, let me be frank with you. There's no way that Wydad and LLA is going to be playing football and the stadium is going to be half full. There's no way that Kaiser Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns is going to be playing football, and the stadium will be half full. There's no way that Real Madrid and Barcelona will be playing football, and the stadium is going to be half full. There's no way that New Orleans Old Boy and what was the name? The two biggest clubs in the South America, in the Argentine league, are going to be playing football, and the stadium is going to be half full. So how come the two biggest clubs in Ghanaian football will be playing a competitive match, a competitive league match, and not even up to 3,000 spectators would be at the stadium? What is the problem? No, seriously, I really do not understand. You understand? What is the problem? Because if Hearts of Oak is playing against Asante Kotoko, the two biggest clubs, the two most followed clubs in Ghanaian football are playing football, and the stadium is not even up to 3,000 spectators. But I can confidently go and watch statistics and records. 8 years ago, 10 years ago, let's say 15 years ago, Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko will be playing at Accra Sports Stadium, and by 2 o'clock, the stadium is filled to capacity. By 2 o'clock, 2 a.m., by 2 p.m., 2 p.m., 12 p.m., the stadium is filled to capacity. So the question is, what are we doing wrong? What are we not getting right? That today, that technology has improved, today where pitches have improved, today where there's a lot of TV coverages, today where there's a lot of sponsorship deals, today where there's much more money in the game, the stadiums are empty. What is the problem? What is the problem? Because if your flagship product in the Ghana Premier League, you understand? I mean, bar the Black Stars playing, the biggest football competition in the biggest football match in the country is between Accra Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So if your biggest product is not selling, then is it Prekum Chelsea versus Kotoko or Adriana Stars versus Accra Hearts of Oak that's going to sell? You understand? So this question is to Galka and the GFE. They are focusing too much on the Black Stars. You understand? Because it is the league. It is how good the league is that is going to metamorphosize into how good the Black Stars will be. But we have negated every single effort in trying to make the Ghana Premier League become better. You know, the EPL from the 60s up to 1992 was nothing to write home about. But when they turn into the English Premier League the Barclays Premier League from 1992, look at how they have improved their product to the extent that today it is the most watched, the most popular, the most expensive league in the entire world. They've taken that accolade from the German Bundesliga, from the Italian Serie A, from the Spanish La Liga. You understand? So I really don't know what the Ghana Premier League handlers are doing. I really don't know what they are doing. But on the basis of this, I will say that so far it has been very, very poor. I mean, spectators going to the stadium has been poor. The quality of football has been poor, and we have to say it. I would confidently say that these are some of the reasons why the supporters are not going to the stadium. But I am confident that if we are able to put these people out of power and there bring people who mean well for Ghana football, we will make strides. Until then, again, stay tuned. This is Beyond the 90 Minutes with your regular host, Tigama Willie Force.